How's everybody doing tonight? I hope well. I'm basically gonna get started doing the video editing, like I say in the description. And so I just want to show you all, because this is like some of the voiceovers and the video clips getting together, and I just want to show you guys a quick scene. Because why not? I mean, like I said, this isn't all complete. Obviously, there's other work that I need, other editing work I need to do with this, like movement sounds and background sounds and such. So this is just video and voiceover right now. But for all one of you watching, you get a special treat just to see this little bit of scene here. Like I said, incomplete, but I should have the audio on. It's just a funny moment with some of these characters, you know, interacting with each other, but as well as Lieutenant Dan just speaking when he probably shouldn't. So here, let me find a spot here. All right, so this shouldn't spoil anything. It's just a funny scene to get through, and maybe I'll post this as a short on YouTube for everybody to get a small teaser of what some of the episodes are going to be like in the future. I might just, you know, render out this portion and let that be that. So if you're watching this as a small clip on YouTube, then just enjoy this little preview of what I'm doing for episode 8 and then 9 and 10. This is the editing process. Like I said, it's going to take time, but I am doing the work. So here, take a listen.
How is this border just a few steps away? We are talking about ice and snow, and we are in a grassy forest right now. There is no way we are going to have ice and snow just like that. We would have to...
Well, what do you know?
Just like Helda said. Ouch!
Kinda slick, eh, Henderson?
No one told me this is gonna be cold! Wow. That was an interesting land transition. Don't you think so, Soldier Dan?
Whatever. Like folly. My name is Lieutenant Daniel Taylor. Remember that. All enemies fear the sound of my name. All enemies fear the sound of my gun. I will make all perish and squeal at the sound of my feet.
So, I mean, of course, adjustments need to be made. Some other voiceovers need to be inserted in there, and the voiceovers in there need to be adjusted for volume, depending on where the miniature is, you know, in the scene. But yeah, that's basically the video edit of it and the main voiceovers for that scene. So, you know, kind of a fun, silly little scene there.
How is this border just a few steps away? We are talking about ice and snow, and we are in a grassy forest right now. There is no way we are going to have ice and snow just like that. We would have to... Oh.
Well, what do you know?
Just like Helda said. Ouch!
Kinda slick, eh, Henderson?
No one told me this is gonna be cold! Wow. That was an interesting land transition. Don't you think so, Soldier Dan?
Whatever. Like folly. My name is Lieutenant Daniel Taylor. Remember that. All enemies fear the sound of my name. All enemies fear the sound of my gun. I will make all perish and squeal.
Okay, hold on for just 1 second. I just want to kind of explain what I'm doing with my editing process here. for this scene, as I explained, like Kurok versus Lieutenant Dan, there's a few, well, I have a number of shots that shows Lieutenant Dan kind of like searching around, you know, never like staying in one spot, kind of antsy, like searching for something, or on the lookout for like a surprise attack. And what I want to try and convey during this scene is Lieutenant Dan world kind of closing in on him a little bit. So I mean, I start with just, you know, very super wide shot, and you see just Lieutenant Dan there, and then eventually we get down to where it just narrowed down to where you're just seeing Lieutenant Dan and nothing else. Kind of like the pressure's kind of getting to him, and the tension and the scene is being built up. Problem is, I think I did too many shots, which is fine. I'd rather have too many shots than too little for the scene. So that's what I've been doing. I've been cutting out shots that I don't think I need, because I want the scene to go as quickly as possible. I mean, you have some voiceovers happening in the background. You have a character, well, let's just say Kurok, is basically taunting Lieutenant Dan throughout this scene through just an echoey voice. You know, Lieutenant Dan can't see him, but I don't need all the shots of Lieutenant Dan bouncing around everywhere. It's just going to make everything seem like slower and too longer, so I need to kind of shorten these up because there's just too much to use. So that's what I'm kind of doing. I've already cut like some of the wider shots out. Now I'm going to maybe do 1, 2, or 3 of these shots when it's starting to close in, because I don't need a ton of those. I want this to pace really well. So that's what I'm working on right now, is cutting the fat of these shots.
Oh, jeez.
So, this is what it comes down to? I, Kurok, Keeper of the Elements, Master of the Prime Rituals, the one with the ultimate power, facing off against one of Yendar's self-proclaimed soldiers, a worthless who is only one wound away from death. You had no chance to win before, and you have no chance now.
For those of you who are watching this on the Tales of Valhalla YouTube page, this is a very, very edited down version of what has been almost, let's see, a month long. So it's what, about 8 live streams long worth of editing. The video portions, or the video parts of Tales of Valhalla, the Aftermath Chronicles, episodes 8, 9, and 10 of season 3. And if you want to watch the full version of everything, like all the edits, you know, behind the scenes, me talking with, answering questions to the live chat audience, or just when I'm, you know, talking about certain scenes of stuff, whatever I have recorded in the past 4 weeks or so of doing this edit, you can find it on our Conductor Productions YouTube page, which should be a link in front of you, or it should be on the screen in front of you, or a link in the description below. But with that, I thank you all for watching, and like, share, subscribe, do what you got to do to help us out, and hopefully you're enjoying the ending of this series by the time this video comes out. And thank you so much for watching, and thank you all of you on the live stream for your support and everybody's support. You have a purpose in your life. Find it, pursue it, live it, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.